we got a couple guys that I adore, that I love, that standard was the standard and still is the standard with them. With Mark and Mooch, where you at? Come on, can you give us something one at a time? Give them a little background, a little history on who you are. Come on, Coach, we gotta get you one out
Give a little Mooch.
Yeah, we worked together for how many years?
A long time. Hi, everybody. Thanks, Brian. I love what you're doing here. I love what you're doing. Coach Prime and I worked together at the NFL Network. Had Coach Sapp over there for a while, right? I don't know, 10, 12 years, right? In television. And then we also coached together. How many Under Armour All-American guys are here? Huh? Travis? Okay. Yeah, we coached, I don't know, 8 or 9, 10 of those games too. So we go way back. I know his kids. I know this guy right here, Shador.
J Mac from Syracuse, New York, man, came all the way out to see my Colorado Buffs.
What channel do you watch? They brought you out here.
The pregame show.
Never watched the college game till last season when Coach Prime came to Colorado. And I am in Colorado at Folsom Field. I am the Colorado Buffaloes auntie from Texas. Sweet treat.
Hey, I've been following the pregame show. It's all about let's go Buffs.
Away from Texas, yes sir. Watch you every single day. Nobody lays it down like Uncle Neely and the pregame show.
Neely, pregame show behind the scenes of everything. And why does he get that kind of access? Why does he get that kind of access? Because trust is involved. You would never get the kind of access you desire unless there's trust and relationship. Trying to put you up on game.
I know his kids. I know this guy right here, Shador. We used to throw him in the drills at the Under Armour game when he was about this big, 10 years old. He used to go in there, throw pat and go, and ball handling, the whole thing. He was confident as a little guy like that. Bucky, where are you? Where's Bucky? I know the whole darn family. Bucky right there, the camera. We were playing an Under Armour game. And our punt team, talk about discipline, our punt team, we were lacking a wing on the punt team for protection. We didn't want to have a timeout. We didn't want to delay a game. This guy comes off the sidelines and runs out there and lines up and gets it done. He wasn't even on the punt team. You know what that is? That's smart, that's confident, he's with it. He's with it. He's a smart football player. I've never seen that before at any level. Bucky. And Shiloh, where's Boston?
She will be gone.
Huh? Okay. But anyway, Prime and I had we go way back, and I love what you're doing here because it's incredible what you're doing here, Rob. Know this, fellas. Know this. And I'm kind of an outsider. I'm an insider because I love you guys, and I know some of the staff. But the whole world's watching you guys. This whole country's watching you. I'm just telling you right now. People don't know what's going on there that it's happening so fast. And some people are on your side and saying this is really exciting, and some people are just kind of, hey, rooting against you because it's like not supposed to happen this fast. So you guys are being watched, so do everything what this man asks you to do because he's asking you to do the right things, right? And can I have a minute? This guy taught me a lot of stuff in our friendship, and I'm older than he is, all right? I used to coach against this guy. When I was coaching Favre, I'd say find 21 and throw it somewhere else, okay? But you know what he taught me? He taught me how to iron. He taught anybody how to iron in here, get your feet shoulder width apart, and he's left-handed right here. And because he irons his own clothes. You got to get a demo going in here so we can teach everybody to do that. Because I do the same thing now, all right? He taught me how to dance. Yeah, one time he said, Moochie, all you gotta do, man, you're a white guy, all you gotta do is put your head over your shoulder, look behind you, give me one of those, okay? That's how you dance. Here, help me out here. Let me see if I can teach you how to dance. This is what he said. Look over your shoulder a little bit. Yeah, see? Good. taught me that to get a point across, you don't have to curse or you don't have to swear. I've never heard of cuss in my whole life. You don't have to be the loudest guy in the room to get your point across. I thought that was pretty cool. I don't know many guys like that. You know? And he taught me that God was really important. You know, sometimes I think about this world, it's like, hey, we're kind of messed up in some ways, right? Maybe there's not enough God in this world right now. So I love what you just did to start this meeting off. Because you guys are following his lead, and that's the kind of guys you are. So I compliment you on that. All right? So just know that this world's watching you. Hey, you just show them how good you really are. All right? Because for one, this guy's a fan of this team. And I love what you're doing. I love how you do it. So just show the world, okay? I love it.
Appreciate you, Mooch. Appreciate you, man. I love you. I do. I love you. We came in together. 1989. He was like the 4th pick. I was like the 263rd. They don't even have that anymore. That didn't even exist. My name is Mark Schlereth. Played here in Denver. Played 12 years in the National Football League with the University of Idaho. We call that the Harvard of the Northwest. Only the smart kids get in there. But let me just tell you guys a couple of things from my perspective. I love team. I love being part of a team. I love the connection of a team. I love the sacrifice of a team. You know, there's always companies that put out mission statements, right? And I always used to have a personal mission statement for myself, and it comes from Philippians. Paul writing to the church at Philippi from prison. Now, if I'm writing from you, or if I'm writing to you from prison, I'm going, come get me out, right? Come help me out. But he's writing a letter of encouragement to the church. And he says in chapter 2, verse 2, make my joy complete by being of the same mind, the same love, united in spirit, do nothing from selfishness or empty conceit, but with humility of mind, treat others as one is more important than yourself. Whoa. That is my personal mission statement. When I meet people, I want to love on them, I want to connect with them, I want to be a part of that, because success leaves fingerprints. And every one of you has an opportunity to leave a fingerprint on this community, on this team, on these coaches, and everybody in Boulder and beyond. Man, I got to watch you guys last year. I was sitting in a meeting room every Saturday watching what was going on here, and I'm connected, man. I feel awesome about what you guys are doing and the sacrifices that you are making. Let me tell you something about myself. I was retired from college football as a junior because of my injury history. Anybody who knows me knows that I had 29 surgeries over the course of my career. I had 20 knee surgeries, 15 on my left knee alone. Let me tell you how I got in the National Football League. I came back from an injury and begged the university to let me play my senior year. Switched from the defensive side of the ball to the offensive side of the ball. I didn't have an agent. I didn't get invited to the combine. I didn't have anything. But I made it through my senior year as an offensive lineman. And I had a defensive lineman that was a buddy of mine, my partner, Marvin Washington. Marvin and I were tight. Marvin came, he's a basketball player that came from UTEP to the University of Idaho because they canceled the basketball program. And he's 6'6", he's 270, chiseled from granite, and we knew on campus, dude, you're better than anybody we got. Would you come play football for us? Ended up getting 14 sacks his senior year, and being invited to the combine and having all these opportunities. I had nothing. My year was done, and I had this dream since I was 12 years old to play in the National Football League. One night my phone rings, it's Marvin Washington. They said, hey, the Bengals are gonna work me out tomorrow morning at the facility. Why don't you come crash my workout? So I showed up to Marvin's workout, introduced myself to scouts, and begged for an opportunity just to run. And I could run, and I could jump, and I could bench, and I could do all those things. As a matter of fact, I did everything. Vertical jump was better than Marvin's. My 40 time was better than Marvin's. My bench press time was better than was more than Marvin's. My eye shuttle test was better than Marvin's. I killed him in his own workout. And yet, you know what? He loved me so much, and he knew about what I wanted, and he knew about my dreams and aspirations, that he invited me to about 7 more of his workouts. Yes. And 7 more times I whipped his butt in every category. He got drafted in the 6th round by the Jets. I probably cost him 3 or 4 rounds. But he kept calling, and I kept showing up, and I got myself to the point where teams actually looked at me and started looking at my film. And then they started calling me, and I got drafted in the 10th round to the University of Idaho, or from the University of Idaho to the Washington Redskins. Let me tell you something. I would not have played a down in the NFL if it wasn't for my teammate who was willing to sacrifice for me. I wouldn't have played a second in the National Football League if Marvin doesn't call me, if he doesn't care enough about me, even above himself. I mean, one workout when I put it to him, that would be enough, right? I quit inviting me to my workouts or to his workouts. But he kept inviting me, kept inviting me, kept inviting me. So I go on to play for 12 years. After about my 8th year or 9th year, we win the Super Bowl 32 with the Denver Broncos, beat the Green Bay Packers 31-24. I'm sitting in the training room where I spent most of my time, rehabbing whatever surgery I just had, and Mike Shanahan, our head coach, comes down. And Mike says, hey man, listen, you've been in this league a long time. You know all the different defensive linemen. He goes, I need a rotational guy, a backup guy that can play D-end, that can play D-tackle, somebody that can fit, but most importantly, somebody who has the character and integrity to play for the Denver Broncos. And he hands me a list. And on that list, there's a name. And that name is Marvin Washington. I said, sign him. I don't play down in the National Football League if it's not for Marvin Washington, and he doesn't get to win a Super Bowl because we won one together. Idaho teammates, we won one together. He doesn't win a Super Bowl, it's not for me. So being part of a team is one of the best things that I've ever been involved in. And it's what I've carried with me from football to television, to my family, to beyond. It is one of the greatest things and one of the greatest joys, and you guys have the opportunity to literally change your community, change the world, and change each other's lives. So invest. I still, to this day, have a reunion every year with all my Idaho teammates. About 15 of us show up every year. We've been doing it for 30 years because we mean that much to one another. So what a pleasure it is to be here. I'm an open book. If you need to know anything, I'd love to help you out. Offensive lineman, I'm all over it. Sat, I love you too.
Love you back, bro.
I hated playing against you, but I love you. That's it, man. Thank you, guys.
What you sit up here and forgot to tell him your accolades? What? You're a journalist. You coached your NFL a couple times, right?
So, yeah, 15 years in college, University of California, USC, Louisville, Northern Michigan. In the NFL, I was head coach of the Niners, Lions, assistant at the Packers, Rams. Couldn't keep a job. And now 20 years in television, I'm hanging on.
Hey guys, was that awesome or what?
So where y'all from?
We up from Miami, Florida.
All the way from Miami.
All the way from Miami.
Appreciate y'all coming, man.
Hey man, we love what you guys are doing, man. We want to support you in every way.
Appreciate your family.
And we're recruiting at home. Everything we see at home, we bringing it this way.
My man.
You gotta believe. Dude, we've been believing since day one,
That's why I
dog.
gave them to
Remember
you.
back in Jackson State? We've been believing with you in the pregame show.